My entire life is based on whatever doors open, whatever roads are unblocked, those are the ones I go down. You talk to any of my 80 employees, you'd be hard pressed to get any of them to tell you that they work for a whiskey company, because to them, they don't. They're in the legacy cementing business, and we just happen to be using whiskey as a means to do that. I'm building a company of entrepreneurs that some will become entrepreneurs, and the question becomes, how do I develop them within my company so when they go out, not only are they successful, but they are also still remain connected to our company. The name is after Nearest Green, and he is the first known African-American master distiller. It's a story that really was lost to time. Nearest Green was an enslaved man prior to 1865, and he was a master distiller before and a master distiller after. He and a young kid named Jack Daniel worked for the same man. Nearest was the master distiller, and Jack was a precocious young kid wanting to learn the whiskey business, and Nearest taught him everything that he knew. So the question became, why are we still talking about Jack Daniel, Johnny Walker, and Jim Beam? Because we're still seeing them on shelves everywhere. So that's where the moment changed from this is going to be a movie and a book and maybe a commemorative bottle to we are going to blow this thing wide open and we're going to firmly cement Nearest's legacy. And when it comes to the Mount Rushmore of whiskey, Jim, Johnny, and Jack were now adding Nearest. So that was the pivotal moment for that. You know, I think it's a little bit like people say happy wife, happy life. Happy employees at home are happy employees in the workplace. And you can't separate the two. So if I can be of an impact to my team members, their home lives, I'm going to do that. I'm always looking for those things that are going to make my team members' lives better at work and at home. I simply bought a full focus planner and was like, this is awesome. And so then I bought it for my entire leadership. And we all began using it, and we saw an immediate uptick in our productivity, if not maybe our sanity. And because everything was so well detailed and the way it was laid out was truly brilliant. So once I sent it to my executive leadership team and they began using it and they loved it, then we decided to roll it out to our entire team, but we wanted them to get the most out of it. My team's responses to the training were all very positive. It produces, one, a team that feels more equipped when they are out in the field. They feel more equipped when they are at home. The beauty of what happened when the full focus team came in is my team was completely enamored by everything that was being said. They were fully engaged. And to bring in a group that looks at things the way that we do, which is every aspect of life matters. Not one is more important to the other. They all work together. And the question is how do you make every single one work really well? And the full focus team, I think, lays that out really well. I mean, I can tell you, I can't think that I would bring in another team. I'm very protective of my team, but I would bring in full focus team again. You can only do so much. You can only see so much. Every leader, every leadership team has blind spots, and bringing other people in to help you identify those blind spots and to help to really execute in a way that you probably could not because you're so focused on different things. I'd recommend full focus team for really any company, specifically that is fast growing. Any company that has really big goals, really big vision, really big dreams, I would bring in the full focus team for that, because having someone to help you just hone in on your vision, on your alignment, on your execution, it's always good to bring someone in that can look at things from a different angle, that can look at things holistically. As CEOs of any fast-growing company, you're in the eye of the storm at all times. So having sort of a meteorologist that's on the outside of it, that's essentially what it is. And so yeah, I would absolutely refer anyone, any CEO or leadership team to the full focus team. I care about Nearest Green's legacy being cemented for every future generation. That's how I look at my job, is to build this so big and so strong that whoever is in the next generation who takes over from me can't screw it up. I constantly have sort of on my shoulders, both Nearest and Jack, and understanding that how that story is told and that story being utilized to really bring unity together in not just our country, but around the world. You have an entire driving force of all of the people of color and all of the women who came before me that would not even believe that something like this was remotely possible. I think it was actually Oprah I heard say this. You're talking about 10,000 ancestors that are looking at you and rooting you on and cheering you on. And so I walk into a room as one, but I'm coming as 10,000. And I'm cognizant of that every single time I do a bottle signing, every time I do an interview, every time I do anything. I recognize that I am representing 70% of the American population, the women and the people of color that never thought something like this was possible.